Hey there, it's Monica Danaher from RE/MAX Executive Realty, and I wanted to take a few minutes today to discuss some of the questions and concerns that many buyers and sellers are having about the recent headlines regarding agent commissions and how this is going to affect you moving forward. The first thing I want to say is everything sounds a lot scarier than it actually is. There are some things that are staying the same, and there are some things that are going to be different. However, the changes that are happening are really only meant to help you as a consumer, regardless of the side of the transaction you are on. If you are a buyer or a seller who is considering entering the market, I cannot stress this enough. Please, please, please get an agent who understands what these changes mean for you and how they can affect you both positively and negatively. Hopefully this video will give you a little bit of insight and hopefully help you to understand a little bit more. But if you have any questions, definitely reach out and let me know.
Historically, when a home sells, the seller nets whatever the sale price is minus what they have agreed to pay the agents. Both of the agents, the buyer's agent and the seller's agent, are paid out of the closed transaction. So let's say the seller has agreed to pay their agent a broker fee of 5%. That cost is deducted from the final sale and split between both brokerages and their agents. So essentially, the seller is agreeing to how much a buyer's agent will make. So, the courts have come in and said, why is a seller setting the fee for a buyer's agent? The buyer should be free to hire their own agent with their own fee to represent them in the transaction. So sellers, you have options. You could put out a commission for a buyer agent that you are willing to pay, or you could put zero and make your buyer responsible for their own payment agreement with their own agent. Keep in mind, however, if you are not paying out a buyer agent fee, their offer is likely to reflect that. Now let's talk about what that could look like and why these changes don't really affect you. For example, if a buyer agrees with their own buyer agent to pay 2%, an offer may come in on your property at a price with the stipulation that from the final sale price, the buyer agent will be paid 2% out of the transaction. Or, after discussing the comps and their offer with their buyer agent, the offer may come in at what it comps minus their buyer agent fee. So what options do buyers have if they love a home but the seller is not offering to pay a buyer agent commission? The first thing to do is to simply ask the seller to pay the buyer agent fee in the offer. If the seller agrees, the mortgage company will allow you to finance it in just as we have been. If the seller does not agree, then we need to find out if your lender is going to allow that fee to be financed in. If we can't finance in the buyer agent fee and we determine that the fee has to be paid cash, then we have to adjust our offer appropriately so that cash is still remaining.
So hopefully this video has helped to clear up any questions that you guys may have had about these changes that are coming very soon regarding agent commissions. The bottom line is, buyers, you should be able to hire your own agent and you should be able to set your own fee with them. They are working for you. They're representing you. Nobody, a buyer or a seller, should be entering into a real estate transaction without proper representation. So this is definitely putting more control in your hands. And sellers, financially, this is not going to affect you negatively either. A lot of these things, as you can see, we have been doing, but it's more or less that the financial institutions need a clearer mechanism for how we can continue to finance the agent's commission into the mortgage process. So if you guys have any questions regarding this, or if you have any questions regarding your own properties or your own future properties, please do not hesitate to reach out at any time.